The BC Conservative Party says John Rustad is out as leader. Rustad says he's still in.
Well, I'm currently still the leader of the party.
Rustad reacting to news from the party board that they had removed him. The party citing professional incapacitation and appointing Trevor Halford, MLA for Surrey White Rock, as interim leader.
We're in some pretty incredible, unprecedented times, and what I've been calling for is stability.
It's still unclear, however, if the board has the legal power to remove Rustad as leader. The party constitution says the leader can be removed for resignation, death, incapacitation, or a leadership review. The political drama started Wednesday morning when a letter sent to party president Aisha Esty was signed by 20 BC Conservative MLAs, saying they had lost confidence in Rustad's leadership.
I haven't for quite some time had confidence in John Rustad, no.
The majority of the caucus felt like we needed change.
Including you?
Yeah.
Speaking before the party's decision, Rustad remained defiant.
Are you going to resign?
No.
Despite the move from the party brass, some BC Conservative MLAs insist Rustad is still the leader.
There is a order to the process, and this is out of order. I am disappointed in my colleagues. I am disappointed in the way that this has taken shape. John is our leader.
Right now, it's John Rustad.
It appears not all MLAs took part in the vote that was held to select Halford as interim leader.
No, I wasn't part of any vote.
I was not in that meeting where there was a vote.
So basically some MLAs had a vote, but not all?
That is what I'm hearing.
BC's premier says the chaos in the party comes down to Rustad's decision to bring in people who peddle conspiracy theories and pro-Trump views.
I don't know how you could hold a group together with that kind of hodgepodge of craziness.
Rustad has lost 5 MLAs since becoming official opposition leader, and this is the 3rd letter calling on him to resign. It's led to an unprecedented level of confusion about who exactly is the leader of the official opposition. Katie DeRosa, CBC News, Victoria.
Okay, joining us now to talk about what's been a wild day in BC politics is political scientist Stuart Press. So first off, Stuart, what's your take on what's gone down here?
Well, it's widely being described as chaos, and I think that's as good a word as any, because as of right now, it's not clear who is leading the official opposition in the legislature, and the process through which this is unfolding is in some ways unprecedented. So we don't really know where the story is going from here.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, have you ever seen another party leader refuse to step down despite multiple calls from his caucus?
We have certainly seen leaders drag their heels and refuse to look up at the writing on the wall. But generally speaking, when the signals are this clear, this unambiguous, that their time has run out and that they are losing the support of the party apparatus, that they are losing the support of serving MLAs within their caucus, that they don't really have the confidence of the party that they hope to lead, and sooner or later they bow, generally with a certain amount of grace. We saw a version of this story federally just last fall when Justin Trudeau took his time in announcing his decision to step down as Prime Minister, but eventually he bowed to what was increasingly clearly the inevitable and stepped aside. And Mr. Rustad's refusal to do so is in that sense very unusual.
Yes, indeed. Now, he just went through a leadership review in September. He had nearly 71% support. Is that relevant here? Because this is something that he keeps citing publicly.
It is relevant to a point, given the constitution of the BC Conservative Party. That is the only binding test of his leadership and then the confidence in that leadership. So having passed that threshold, although there was some scrutiny of the results and some issues with the ballots actually being counted, but at the end of the day, the votes counted had him passing his review. And yet, it doesn't speak to his ability to actually lead the party in the legislature. And this is effectively a gap in our own party leadership within Canada more broadly, where we elect leaders and we review leadership on the basis of party membership, but within the politics of the day, the actual individuals the leaders need to lead are those members of the caucus, and yet they don't always have the power to voice their displeasure in unambiguous terms, and we're seeing that tension exposed right now.
And Stuart, so final 10 seconds here. Any quick thoughts on what the future of a conservative leading party is for BC?
Well, it's hard to see a way for Mr. Rustad to continue at this point. He doesn't have a party to lead, and yet, until he admits that fact, we are going to be in something of an imbroglio.
Okay, all right, we'll leave it there. Thank you, Stuart Press from UBC.